Welcome to Purpose Unlocked, the podcast where dreamers, doers, and changemakers like you break free from the ordinary and build legacies that matter. I'm Christy Smith, business coach, author of The Intuitive Entrepreneur, and your guide to unlocking the purpose-driven life and business you were born for. If you've ever felt like you were meant for more impact, more purpose, more freedom, then you're in the right place. Each week, we dive deep into the mindset, strategies, and real-world stories of purpose-driven entrepreneurs, creatives, and visionaries who refuse to settle. It's time to break the rules, challenge the status quo, and turn your vision into reality. So are you ready? Let's do this. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest roadblocks that so many entrepreneurs face, the fear of rejection in sales. If you've ever felt that gut-wrenching fear when approaching a potential client or making an offer, you're not alone. Fear of rejection is one of the most common reasons why so many talented, purpose-driven entrepreneurs hold themselves back from reaching their full potential. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. In today's episode, we're going to dive deep into how to overcome the fear of rejection in sales so you can confidently show up, make your offers, and transform your business. Are you ready? Let's get started. We're going to begin by understanding why we fear rejection so much in sales. I mean, it's not like we're being rejected as a person, right? But when you put yourself out there asking someone to buy from you, it can feel deeply personal. And that's because, in many ways, sales is an emotional experience. When you're offering something that you've poured your heart and soul into, whether it's a product, a service, or an idea, it feels vulnerable. And it's not just about making a transaction. It's about sharing a piece of your purpose, your passion, and your vision with someone. So when you hear no, it can feel like a rejection of you. But here's the truth. Rejection is not personal. It's just part of the process. So let's talk about rejection for a minute, because in reality, it's not the end of the world. In fact, it's often a necessary step on the road to success. Every successful entrepreneur, change maker, and business leader has faced rejection, sometimes countless times, before they reach their goals. Rejection is a natural part of growth. It's simply feedback. It doesn't mean you're not good enough or that your offer isn't valuable. It just means that for whatever reason, this particular person or client isn't the right fit at this moment in time. And that's okay. The key is to not take it personally. Instead, see each no as a step closer to a yes. With each rejection, you gain clarity, resilience, and a better understanding of how to serve your ideal clients. Now that we've shifted our perspective on rejection, let's talk about how to actually overcome that fear of hearing no in the first place. Here are a few mindset shifts and practical steps to help you build resilience in sales. So, number one, we're going to reframe rejection as redirection. Instead of seeing a rejection as a dead end, see it as a redirection. When someone says no, they're not saying you're not worthy or your business isn't valuable. They're simply saying, not right now. Rejection gives you the opportunity to refine your approach, get clearer on your messaging, and focus on finding the right clients who resonate with your mission. Number two, detach from the outcome. One of the biggest reasons why we fear rejection is because we tie our own self-worth to the outcome of a sales conversation. But remember, your value as a person and entrepreneur is not determined by one sale. When you detach from the outcome and focus on showing up authentically, building relationships, and providing value, the fear of rejection begins to lose its power. Number 3, embrace the power of no. Every no gets you one step closer to a yes. The more comfortable you get with hearing no, the less afraid you'll be of it. In fact, I encourage you to start celebrating the no's. It means you're putting yourself out there, making offers, and doing the work that moves you closer to your goals. Embrace the process. Number 4, focus on service, not selling. When you reframe sales as an opportunity to serve rather than sell, the pressure starts to lift. Instead of worrying about whether someone will reject your offer, focus on how you can serve them. Ask yourself, how can I help them solve their problem or achieve their goals? When your focus is on service, the fear of rejection fades because you're operating from a place of genuine care and value. Okay, so let's get this into some practical tips to help you overcome the fear of rejection in your sales process, right? So we're going to first create a rejection plan. Might sound a little counterintuitive, but hear me out. Knowing that rejection is a natural part of the process can help you embrace it. Have a plan in place for how you'll respond when you hear no. Maybe you'll ask for feedback. Maybe you'll offer a different solution. Or maybe you'll simply wish them well and move on to the next opportunity. Having a plan helps you stay grounded and avoid taking things personally. Next, you need to practice. The more you put yourself in situations where rejection is possible, the more desensitized you become to it. Start by practicing your sales conversation with a friend, a mentor, or a coach. Role play different scenarios. The more comfortable you get with the process, the less fear will hold you back when speaking with real clients. We're going to celebrate the small wins. So overcoming fear is a journey, not a destination. Every time you make a sales call, offer your service, or put yourself out there, celebrate it. Recognize that you're taking courageous steps forward, even if you don't close the sale. Each step is a victory that brings you closer to your ultimate goal. And surround yourself with support. The fear of rejection can feel isolating, but you don't have to face it alone. Surround yourself with a supportive community of like-minded entrepreneurs or mentors who can offer encouragement, share their own experiences with rejection, and help you stay motivated. Knowing that others have walked this path will help you feel less alone and more empowered. So here's the thing. When you can let go of the fear of rejection, you open yourself up to incredible freedom. You free yourself from worrying, the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs that hold you back from fully showing up. You start to trust the process, trust your ability to serve, and trust that rejection is just part of the journey. And when you approach sales from a place of confidence, authenticity, and service, you'll attract the right people. The ones who are aligned with your mission and are ready to say yes to what you offer. So remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a part of the process. By shifting your mindset, embracing the power of no, and focusing on service, you can overcome the fear of rejection and become a more confident, resilient entrepreneur. That's a wrap on this episode of Purpose Unlocked, but your journey is just beginning. If today's conversation sparks something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, tag me, and let's keep this movement growing. For more insights, tools, and resources to fuel your purpose-driven journey, grab a copy of my book, The Intuitive Entrepreneur, at christysmithcoaching.com/book-intuitive. And if you're ready to take your vision to the next level, let's connect. Follow me on social media, subscribe to this channel, and join the community of rebels, dreamers, and impact makers just like you. Until next time, keep challenging the norm, trusting your intuition, and building the legacy you were born for. Let's unlock purpose together.